Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are favored by 4.5. The over-under on this one, 52.5. Thoughts on this one?
Lions are favored by 4.5.
I'm sorry. Yes, they are.
I'm staring at this, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't like this 4.5. It gives you a weird final score, and I don't know how I see that coming through. I think I'm going to pivot. I think I'm going to take the Rams to cover and change this in our record.
Yeah, this is one
Changing
that
our
I've.
record. So I think I'm going to take the Rams to cover. I could see it being a 4-point game. I could see it being a 3-point game. I do see Detroit winning the game, but I think I'm going to say the Rams keep it under 5. And if we're projecting back and forth and high scoring and everything else, there's just too many probabilities that it's going to be less than that for both teams to continue to put up points in a way that we think we're going to go over this 52.5. And I do think it's going over the 52.5. So that tells me it needs to be back and forth and both teams are putting up points. And when that's the case, it's hard to get to a 5-point or more spread unless there's a late touchdown because the game's tied.
Yeah, unless you're Philly and Green Bay, because they managed to do exactly 5 tonight. But that was again, right, kind of a weird scoring thing.
It's because Green Bay went for 2 and missed it.
Mm-hmm. Like it takes one of those kind of happenstances to go through to cause some of those things. So I'm right there with you. Like this was one of those that I was so on the Detroit side, earlier in the day. And as I keep thinking about this one and continue thinking about this, the more and more that I'm coming around to that thought process that this one here, I think is going to be an incredibly tight game. Like, I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth. I think we're going to see a lot of points put up on the board. So I'm right there with you. I'm gonna jump off of the Detroit train, move on over to the Rams train here, and I think that we're going to see this thing in about a 3-point game. So I'm going to take the Rams getting the points on this one. One of the things that the over on this one, again, not going to surprise me if we look up and see the end of this game be 34-30. Just something in that range there, right? Like I think that we're going to see a lot of points, 30, 34, 31. So I do like the over on this one. One of the props that I really liked is I like Jamar Gibbs to go under 59.5 rushing yards. I know that is a not a popular take amongst the fantasy community with the Jamar Gibbs slander, so to speak, there, but yeah, that's what it seems like anytime you give a not glowing review there. But I do think that we're going to see Monty get his fair share of work here. And I do think that Jamar Gibbs goes just under the 59.5. Not going to surprise me if we see him break 50 yards, but I do think that we're going to see Monty put up 70 or 80 yards on the ground here. And that certainly eats into the workload that Jamar Gibbs will see.
Yes. I'm going to take Cooper Kupp over 67.5 receiving yards. So I know people have softened a little bit on Puka because of the injury and everything else. I've been on Kupp all along. All of our documented shows show that, right? I'm not flippy flopping. I just think Kupp is the guy in LA for the Rams here until he's not on the field. So with that being the case, I'm taking Kupp over 67.5. I think he has himself a good, strong game to start the season against Detroit.
Yeah, I really like that one. I think that we're going to see Kupp closer to 90 to 100 yards when it's all said and done. So I feel like that. I feel like that is incredibly low number there. So
I like it.
I like it. All right.